Today we're talking about strength training for your cycling performance, and particularly about what muscles really matter, because if you know what muscles matter as a triathlete to improve your cycling performance, you know which ones to train. So we're not randomly sat here today on a bridge, blue sky with a stream. There's purpose behind what we're doing. Now, for most of you, you'll look at cyclists just like Coach Craig Funtley had today, and if they've got big quads, you'll instantly think great cyclist, because a lot of powerful, particularly sprint cyclists, have got really big quadriceps. Fortunately, I'm not in that boat. But nevertheless, when we actually look at the science of what matters, your quadriceps are, in relative terms, the second most hardest working muscle of your lower body when you cycle. Now, there's four really important muscles when you're cycling that contribute towards the force and power that you put through the pedals. In relative terms, again, the first most hardest working one is your calf complex, your calf muscles, followed by your quadriceps, your hamstrings, and then your gluteal muscles, which are in your hips. So firstly, that science shows that it's not just about quads. They do matter, but those four other areas, or should I say three other areas that make up the four, they're really important, they're imperative. So instantly, as a triathlete for your cycling, we want to be strength training all of those. Now, obviously, again, we look at a little bit of science. Again, what we also know is during the first, say, quarter of a turn on a pedal, roughly, you're going to mainly use your gluteal muscles and you're going to use your quadriceps. When we get them through into the second quarter, we're starting to use hamstrings and we're starting to use calves as well. And then as we come back to the final quarter, again, we go back into quads. So that's kind of the timing, roughly speaking, of how all these muscles interact and why we want to strength train all of them. Now, one of the biggest challenges and errors that a triathlete will make with this is they'll think, right, I've got these four muscles. What exercises do I do to train each of them? A bit like a bodybuilder would say, I want bigger biceps, I'm going to use these curls. I want bigger triceps, I want bigger extensions. That made Craig laugh. But the problem with the triathlete world, just like we're in, is if you do that for every single exercise, for every single muscle, your strength training sessions are going to take way too long. So they're going to be totally impractical. So think, if you've got four exercises just for the lower part of your body, we haven't even looked at core, we haven't even looked at your upper body, we haven't even looked at mobility, you're going to have a ridiculous long session, and that just ain't going to work. The other thing as well, if you've got four lower body exercises just for your strength work within one session, your legs are going to be cooked. There's going to be a lot of quantity, but there's not going to be a lot of quality. In other words, there's going to be a lot of volume, a lot of reps from all the exercises. There's not going to be much intensity because of the fact that there are so many exercises in there. So the key is to use strength exercises that allow you to use a number of these muscles via just one lift. Now, some of these muscles, for example, like your calf complex, generally you do have to isolate with isolation exercises. But the other three, using exercises in the right way that suit your ability in your body, particularly if you've got injury history, we can attack them via one or two exercises, which all of a sudden means that we haven't got loads of exercises within one session, which then also means we could get much more intensity out of the session. And it means that we don't have prolonged, long, totally impractical strength training sessions that you're never going to be able to do. So as a summary on this, what you know is that all of those muscles matter for cycling. You need to train them with your strength training. And you also know how to avoid one of the common pitfalls that so many triathletes will make, which means they just don't end up doing it, or their strength training doesn't go on for very long. As always, please like and share this. Follow our channel. It encourages us to do more of these. Any questions? Pop a comment below. We're always more than happy to give you our best expert answers back. And as always, if you're a triathlete who wants to unlock your performance and follow the best, most trusted strength and conditioning support online, all you need to do is go to tritenacious.com, check out our triathlete training platform.